There's nothing worse than feeling like, and heck, not even feeling like, but not being understood by your attorney. Well, I mean, there are worse things, but especially when you are leaving domestic abuse, that's pretty high up there on the list. You know, a lot of individuals who are leaving domestic abuse and they have conversations with their attorney, and a lot of them chronically report that they feel misunderstood by their attorney. Or what's even worse, it's not only feeling like your attorney doesn't understand you, but feeling judged by your attorney. Or have you heard the whole, you just need to move on line? It stinks, and I've been there my very self. So many individuals who are leaving domestic abuse, they think that they are communicating with their attorney everything that needs to be communicated. They're trying to share what has happened and what is still actively happening. They're trying to explain to their attorney what they have experienced and what they are still actively experiencing. They kind of feel like they get nowhere, or worse yet, they feel judged, or worse yet, they just get told to move on. But here's the thing. Attorneys are very skilled. In fact, they are highly skilled, right? They are highly skilled in statutory law, case law. So getting from where you are, your rights completely violated, and knowing what your rights are according to statutory and case law. And better yet, knowing the rules of court, knowing procedure, because the vehicle by which to get from where you are, your rights violated, to what you are legally entitled to, procedure is the vehicle to get there. And that is their skill set. And that's what they know really, really well. But you know what they don't know? They don't know much about, if anything, about coercive control, domestic abuse. And they certainly do not think trauma-informed, and they do not speak trauma-informed language. And when we experience coercive control, domestic abuse, and we're leaving, we come in and we speak in emotional urgency, non-linearly, reactive, completely overloaded, because coercive control is absolutely disorienting. And before I work with folks, I always say, hey, listen, I want you to know that it is completely normal to get on bird walks, as I like to call them. And I'm going to keep gently guiding us back into focus to the very specific sort of path that I'm taking us down. And I'm probably going to do it more than once. And some people like that style, some people don't, but it's the only way that I'm going to get you from where you are to where you want to be when I work with folks. But that's not necessarily how attorneys speak, because they don't necessarily understand that, nor have the skill set to speak like that. Anyway, so what happens is that the individual who is leaving domestic abuse walks away completely frustrated, completely distraught, completely like unheard, and like they got no relief. And the attorney walks away, or the judge walks away, or the third party appointed whoever from the court walks away completely frustrated with the client. And nothing moves forward effectively. I'm going to tell you right now, the answer is not to try harder. The answer is to use more structure. You see, what I need to teach you is I need to teach you the skill set of documenting. And a lot of people who are not trained in proper legal documentation think that they're documenting correctly, but they're not. That's why it's literally a whole degree or a certification to become a paralegal. We also need to create your economic transition plan. And we need to teach you the skill set of how to communicate with somebody who has subjected you to, and quite frankly, who is still continuing to subject you to abuse, i.e. the other party. And of course, opposing counsel and just the family court system, the judges, the attorneys, even yours, the third party appointed whoever. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the way that you need to communicate with these folks, you need to use an entirely different operating system than individuals who find themselves as targets of domestic abuse have. You and I run on a completely different operating system than those who subject others to coercive control and the family court system professionals. So it's a skill set. And we need to learn the skill set, and then we need to develop the capacity to do this. But that's why I do the work that I do. If you are leaving domestic abuse, I am going to invite you to consider that you are going to need a professional who understands the legal system, but who also understands trauma-informed thinking and communicating, and somebody who can bridge that gap. And that's exactly what I do. So my name is Crystal Fideli, and my work focuses around supporting women who are leaving domestic abuse to navigate the family court system. You see, a lot of women are told to just go to family court and to seek some sort of support with whatever, finances, co-parenting, etc. I help you walk in with an actual plan. And so if you are interested in that, I invite you to go ahead and visit the link in my bio. I'll see you there. This is totally doable, but we have to learn the skill set and we have to develop the capacity. I'll see you there.